ATF on scene as well. One of them got arrested. One of them got killed. Watch out, Cody.
Walk behind. Y'all want to walk behind me.
At 1:20, I'm gonna hang up with CTV and call into Gainesville.
Are you waiting on folks? I have my roommate over here.
igual que
Are you able to confirm that FBI ATF on the scene?
I'm not allowed to. You probably want to talk to Captain Martina. And actually, right now that it's evolving, we want to just hold off.
Yeah, I know. I was just curious.
I'll get to the PAO, PJ show, and I'll let her know that you're in car. I'll try to help you out. Okay?
All right, yeah, no worries. Thank you.
That's who I'm talking to. They're coming to you? Okay.
Okay, she just advised me that this is FSU's jurisdiction, so it would be their point to answer.
I just say no.
I understand. But yeah, just check with them. They'd be able to get the information.
Okay,
So.
all right, no worries.
Good luck.
Thank you so
Yes,
much.
sir. If there's anything else we can help you with, just let me know.
Yep, no worries. Thank you. I'm going to Gainesville now.
Hi.
I might pull the car up so that we can be closer to power.
Sorry, I believe our producers are having a little bit of trouble. I'm not able to hear Jade at the moment. I can hear her now. Call Vicky. Ask her for good to let Peter go. Give her go. Okay, thank you so much. And again, I'm so sorry about the whole situation. It's intense, but please stay safe. And whatever you need, give me a call. Okay? Thank you. Please safe. I don't see anybody else I can grab. Could you get a B-roll? Oh, never mind. He already got in his car. I probably look so rough. You look fine. My uncle, when he's getting caught.
Your uncle told me to do a good job. Tell him, pipe down, huh?
Local 10, my old station in Miami, is asking me to phone in. I don't know, but that's crazy that they would even ask me to do that. I wish we could get to a closer location.
Yeah.
There has to be another angle. If CTV isn't here, they must be somewhere else where they can see it.
Got to be somewhere. I don't know where, but if they chase, unless they got in before the troopers and everything, everybody was up there. But the kids were coming out like this.
I aired on Local 10.
Oh,
Stand by. They're tossing back to me. Yes, that's right, Jade. I can hear you. I'm currently live near the intersection of Academic and Atomic Way. Oh, sorry about that, Jade. Absolutely. It was a group of about 5 students that walked past me, and I said, you know, are you guys okay? Is everybody okay that you know? They were coming from a direction that has heavy police presence. We can't get over there. Cars are having to turn around. We're right by the intersection of Academic Way, Atomic Way, as close as we can get to the scene at this point. They were coming from that direction. I said, is everybody okay? And they're saying, yes, everybody's okay. But at this point, we kind of don't know what's going on. Some students are getting a lot of their information from social media. We just spoke with a student. His name is Peter, second year. He was saying that there's a lot of information circulating on X, formerly known as Twitter, and what he's seeing is the updates about apparently just all the information that's kind of circulating. But we want to remind you it's important to hunker down and stay up to date with local law enforcement and your local media here so that we can tell you what we know, what's going on. Some of those they also told me that there's some video circulating of more closer to the scene as students take from whatever building that they're in as they're closer, but hunker down. It's important to stay safe. Students are telling me for now they came here closer to the scene just to check on their friends, check on people that they know on campus. That's what they came here to see, and then they're going right back to where they came from just to make sure that they hunker down. Peter said that at this point it's so shocking that it hasn't really hit him yet. So as of now, people are just using their instinct to come and check up on their friends and head back to where they're going, hunker down and stay safe as the situation progresses. That's the latest here. That's the vibe that we're getting here from FSU Live. Kenya Cardone, I'll send it back to you, Jade. Thank you. Okay.
So if you want, we can try to go down there and see this other camera person where the TVU just went down there, but I got chased up.
Sorry. People in Miami are talking to me. Sorry, what did you say?
I said somebody with a TVU just went down there.
Really?
Yeah, he just walked down that way. We can go, but I don't know. You want to try it?
I want to try it.
Okay.
And some of them haven't been able to get in touch with their friends yet. That's what makes them so afraid.
6 victims on the radio?
We're getting some initial reports. There may have been maybe upwards of 6 victims. Again, working to confirm all of that. We're just hearing it now, but we'll make sure that we get as much information to you as soon as we can. We just, again, I hesitate to say too much about these things that have not been confirmed by a police officer telling me directly, but that is what we're hearing right now. Again, these are eyewitness accounts. These are people who have seen things and are telling us what they've experienced, and at least one person told me that they had seen a fatality. Other injuries ranged from leg injuries to a injury in someone's backside. We don't know the extent of all of this, and that's what's so heartbreaking and gut-wrenching. So that's what I can tell you, Lauren, right now. Lauren, I have been through a lot in my 16 years in this business. I have seen tornadoes devastate communities. I've seen hurricanes. I've seen fireballs wreak havoc, floods. This is a first active shooter situation for me. And what's so tragic about it is that, much like these students, I thought it was never going to happen to me, right? And that's the reality that a lot of these kids are going through right now. That is the crushing truth that they have to swallow, is that it did happen to them. Because these things happen too often. They happen too often. And now we have to question why and how bad. And we have to go through all of that. And so I am experiencing the emotions, the anger, the frustration that they are too. As journalists, we absolutely have a responsibility to tell people the truth, but you cannot hide the anger and the frustration and the sadness that you experience in moments like this. And I don't want to. People should hear this and know that these are tragic situations. They are terrible and they should not happen anymore. But again, I am grieving with this situation just like anyone on campus, because it is horrible. Thank you. See ya. I'm gonna go check in with Doug.
Will you grab my tripod?
Yeah, where is it?
In this cart right there.
Cart. You guys okay?
Yeah, we're okay. I'm Jenny Ralph. I'm with University Communications.
Forrest
here at Florida
Saunders.
State. Just wanted to let you know we are setting up at Turnbull Conference Center. Are you
Turnbull.
familiar?
I am not. So let me just write that down,
Oh, yeah.
okay? What
This is
time do
the
you think?
address. They told us to start letting media know to go there now.
I'm just gonna go there now.
There's not any planned press conferences
Okay.
currently that I know, but that's where they will be giving out information.
Thank you, sir.
From university officials.
Okay, university officials, are you guys gonna do a joint with police, do you know?
I'm not familiar with
Okay.
now with that.
confirmed that with Tampa. So. How can he talk to y'all? Can he call one of y'all for IFB? You ready for us?
Yes.
850
Oh, okay. Hold on.
576 1037.
It's Forrest.
Are you talking to him? Okay. Can you hear programming? He said yes. Stand by.
Well, unfortunately, I'm seeing just a large police presence here. This is not something that anybody wants to see or expected to see on a Friday before Easter. You had a lot of kids that were at the student union, as I understand. They were hanging out, they were studying, they were eating food. And then witnesses tell me that they've heard at least 10 gunshots that were fired. They thought it was probably a lot more than that. And then everybody ran. And what you've seen is some of the video that I captured on my way onto campus, which is in green spaces where students lay out in the sun. They left behind towels, they left behind meals half-eaten, they left behind their laptops, their shoes. They ran for their life because they did not know what was happening, but they were told to evacuate. Now, as I understand, just talking with some university officials here just a little bit ago, the current situation is that law enforcement, as required in an active shooter situation, has to go building by building, has to go door to door to make sure that the campus is in fact secure. That is what they are working on right now. We have not gotten the all clear. We were alerted earlier today to an active shooter situation, and I got to tell you, it was sometime around noon. I can't really recall because things have been happening so fast out here. And there is just a big fog of knowledge right now. We do not know what is true, what is not, but that is why we are waiting for officials to give us those totals. We hope that they're low. We hope that there is none, but obviously we've heard a few confirmations already. But that is the reality of these active shooter situations, is you just don't know how bad it's going to be. The initial moments of these kinds of things are full of rumor. They are full of wrong information, unfortunately, but that's just what happens in these emergencies. So we are waiting patiently to find out more information. I can tell you what students have told me, including that at least one individual was wounded on the face, and I had video of this. I saw this with my own eyes. He was loaded into the back of an ambulance, and he was shackled. I do not know if this person is involved or the reason for the shackling, but a U.S. Marshal brought some shackles over. They restrained this person and they took him away. Whether or not he's connected, we do not know yet, and we probably will not know more until law enforcement is ready. Now, if you look on top of the buildings here, you'll see some law enforcement with their long guns out. This is what we have seen for at least an hour since I've been here. Law enforcement in tactical gear with bulletproof vests, with rifles at the ready. They don't have them in an elevated position, but they are walking around trying to secure this area. I've seen law enforcement with battering rams, crowbars, trying to get into buildings to make sure that they are secure, that everything is safe. That is, as the university officials told me, standard operating procedure for one of these events. So we're just waiting to find out what the next steps are. I also know that here eventually there will be a press conference. We're being told the university will inform us when that will be exactly, but they were asking media to stage at another building here on campus, which we will be headed to here shortly. But that is sort of the latest situation that I can give you. I just know that students are afraid. They're worried about their loved ones. They're worried about their friends. They're worried about their teachers. And that is the harsh reality of these situations, is that we'll all have to wait to find out. I do know that parents have come to the area and have been asking students if they know their son or daughter and if they can give them an update. People are just desperate for information right now, and we will do our best to get it out there as fast as we can. Guys. Talked to a number of students, and what they've told me is that they're afraid. They're in shock. Again, the student union is a place where students congregate to study, to laugh, to have a meal, and some consider it a complete safe space. So they were just stunned when they either heard the shots themselves. I don't want to go too far into some of the details of what they say they've seen, because again, I want to wait for officials to give us hard numbers and data, but I can tell you, at least in general, the injuries have ranged from fatality to a wound on a leg. We just are waiting to find out what the numbers are, and that is the next grim step in this process, which is become all too familiar here in America. We all think that this could never happen, but it does. I haven't. Most of who I've talked to are people who were around the student union when this happened. They were others who were sheltering in place, ran to the area as soon as they thought it was safe. I can tell you some of the images that we've seen in other school shootings are present here, which is what's so terrifying. You have situations where you've got students with their arms above their heads trying to leave, trying to get out of the area, and being watched by law enforcement, putting their hands up because it's all they can do to stay safe in these situations. And again, just tears in eyes, fear in people's hearts right now. And as you can see, it's just a very, very active situation. They've basically cordoned off the entire student union. I'm bad at, distance, but I would say maybe a football field away from me now. And that is going to be the current status until they can get this whole situation on lockdown. So we are waiting for that.
I imagine most of the information is going to come from the press releases, right?
The media guy stopped me from FSU a second ago.
And you got the location, didn't you? Of the press conference where it's going to be and everything? Turnbull? Okay, I have that here.
You okay, Bruce?
No, they didn't give me a time. No, I'm not. I'm mad.
I'm sorry, man.
That's okay.
Where's Jason? You?
I don't know. Yeah, mine's not good either.
The wife was saying, you know, she connected.
Yeah.
She was saying FSU faculty got told that. But I'm asking her to confirm that she's a third party.
From one of the floors here of the EOAS building, kind of getting the scene from up above. And so now what we're seeing is, again, a blockage along this road here. I don't know if Stefan, you can show that, but there's a road right here leading closer to the scene, and there are car after car after cars blocked up here as they can't really get closer. Law enforcement is making sure to block off any areas that might be deemed unsafe for the time being as they continue to work through this. Earlier we told you that we saw students walking with hands behind their head as they were getting evacuated from the scene. Now we're seeing them going into the buses here to be taken away to safety. We keep running into students and people. We ask them, are you okay? And they're telling us, yes, they can obviously, they seem frazzled. Of course, this is an intense situation. And they're saying that if they're not hunkered down, it's because they're coming to check on their loved ones to make sure that their friends are okay, see if they need a way to get out in case they're not safe. Clearly, law enforcement working with FSU transportation to also help those who need assistance getting out and away from the scene. We'll continue monitoring the situation here, of course, but we tried to get a closer look. One more time, law enforcement on the scene, lights here. I want you to take a look at those students walking into those buses. This will probably continue for the time being. We'll keep getting a look at that for you, and we'll report back to you accordingly. Live here from FSU, Kenya Cardone, sending it back to you, Jade.
I ain't mean to throw you up like that.
No, this is your thing. I just wipe my sweat.
Oh, you good? But yeah, just a little further down, not even half a mile, you'll see all the caution tape. You know, where they still have it roped off. They got the stuff, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, everyone is just kind of behind that line. I ain't got no confirmation from nothing because they, FSU communication, sent over a press release for when they're going to do a press conference.
I'm gonna do a vertical video, so I'll be right back. I just have to get closer.
Need my help?
No, but no.
Sure.
Yeah, thank you.
Dog. They not gonna see you. I guarantee it. Ain't nobody supposed to be in there. If they in there, that's their fault.
I guess a hand sanitizer.
You keep the hand sanitizer. I was about to say.
heard screaming.
Screaming.
Not screaming. I heard yeah. So I backed up.
Oh, I ain't hear that. But
What are you doing?
losing my damn mind because I don't have any instructions. Yeah, I got everything I feel like I could get as far as you all.
Well, how far you came from there? How far were you able to go?
Not even half a mile. Like, that's what I'm saying. The scene is not even half a mile. You just gotta keep walking down.
Sorry. Everybody's texting me. I aired on Channel 10 in Miami, my old station, and everybody's like, "Hannah, we took you live. They were like calling me, asking for permission. Obviously, I was live, so I didn't see it. And they a bunch of them texted me, calling me. We saw you. We aired you. We took you. Great job. I look like a mess, Stefan. You know, I look like a mess.
I was just telling Dennis earlier, right? Kenya is so hard on herself because she could look so beautiful.
No, and I
I already had
appreciate
this
that.
conversation
I
with her.
appreciate that,
I'm
but when
done.
my parents see me, they're gonna be like, "What the?" They're gonna not. No, they're not gonna say that, but they're gonna say like, "Kenya, this is why you need to be prepared." Look at prepared to go on
You
camera.
look fine.
No, I look like a.
Kenya,
You can't even say nothing.
I was gonna.
I give up.
Sorry,
she
I'm
looks
sorry.
stunning if I add myself, you know.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
She does.
Everybody's texting me. I can't deal with that right now. I need to take a vertical video, but when I went up to there, I heard a yow, and I didn't see anybody.
No.
I didn't see anybody though.
Yo.
Yeah, I heard a yo. What? Sorry, where did you come from again?
The same way.
But they didn't stop you. How close can I get? I want to get right fucking there.
Well, I'll tell you, you can go past it. I'll walk with y'all.
I know, but he was told to get out.
Yeah. Well, I'll show you where I went.
I'm about to see if they call me in Alberto.
Guys, we have to hurry up.
Nobody's
Are they taking you live again? Look out, honey, we here.
We're
Ready to pick
we're
up some shit.
we're
Come
wall
on.
we're wall to wall.
We a team. We don't.
No, I don't want. Yeah.
Okay.
No, wait. What were you saying?
I said we a team. It's like you ain't telling me we got to go fast. We in this together. Come
No,
on.
I know. I just
Don't be
Vicky.
fussing. What the hell wrong
I'm
with
no, I'm
you?
not fussing at you. I'm
Come on,
sorry.
come on.
I just Vicky said be fast, so that's why I'm like, we just have to go. Right here. We don't need to get crazy with it.
I think if we could see the student
Yeah, of course.
coming across the bridge, that would be a good shot.
Sorry. I don't know. Is there a way to lock it, Lentius?
Lock what door?
Who's calling me? Who's calling me?
You want me to get this B-roll?
No. Yes, please.
Hey man, appreciate you. Where are you parked?
National Weather Service.
Hey, you alright?
Hey, are you? Yeah, I'm good. Are you?
Yeah, I'm literally around. I saw your live shot on. I'm literally on the corner from you.
Oh, you are? Okay. I'm at where exactly are you?
On the media briefing centre, the Terminal Centre.
The Turner Civic Center?
The Terminal
Oh.
Centre.
Can you see anything?
No, I'm trying to. I'm outside now to try and get footage.
Okay.
What the hell?
I don't know. Stay calm
Like-
and don't fucking risk your life. I know, here's my love. I know. Here's the thing. We're not near any cave, right? Okay, so we're okay. We're okay. As long as we're by law enforcement. If you're near me, they're evacuating students to buses. They wouldn't take those students out if they were unsafe, right? So let's think about that. You're not in jeopardy right now, I promise. And whatever you need, man, you feel unsafe, you come here and we stick together. They can't be mad at us for that. No, I know. They're about to cross over. Yeah, I did. Yeah, they're all right. They came to check up on their friends. I interviewed one student. Other people they didn't want to go on camera, but they were just saying they came to check up on their friends. Right now where I'm at, you can see students lining up and they're getting put into buses.
Have they got the guy who did it?
I don't know, and honestly, it's really terrifying that we don't have any information because one of the students saying, you know how stuff circulating in social media, one of the students was saying there's more than one shooter, and then there was one in College Town, and then one here, and then he said that he thought that he heard that one of the shooters was shot dead, most of the students was taken care of. They told me go to 1519 if you didn't get canceled, and here's the one you want to go with. You want me to go with you? It didn't hit me what they were saying. Like, I was like, oh, okay, it's just it's an active shooter until it hit me.
I know. I don't even. I can't even process.
Hang on, sorry. All this stuff in my ear. Sorry, I couldn't take your call because of Unity.
Okay, you okay?
Yeah, I'm.
Good.
Oh,
Good.
who are you talking to?
Who's the student that was here?
Okay, Lefty, they might come back to me. They're asking me if I'm ready. May I gotta go. You call me and text me if anything.
Bye.
They're getting ready. Stand by. Stand by. Sorry, I'm not hearing you, Lentius. Yeah, absolutely. We keep running into groups here. They're not wanting to be on camera because of how intense the situation is, but they're saying that they're out here checking up on their friends. I want to give you another look that these operations to get students on these buses continue. You can see that overhead, that bridge, if you will, a big line of students, and it just keeps trickling down as they get put into these buses. I've counted more than 5, some of them crossing the street, law enforcement kind of taking them away from that intense situation. I see both FSU buses and also the Tallahassee buses as well. Students just getting packed onto their heavy presence. I mean, we're seeing the sheriff's office, FDLE, all kinds of law enforcement presence on scene. We're getting closer and closer as we can, but that's how backed up it is. This street along here, backed up by law enforcement, people still turning around. We're not able to get exactly deeper into campus, but people are making their way out safely, which is a good thing to see. Earlier we saw people with hands above their heads, which was a little bit more of a heightened situation. Now we're just seeing continued operations to get people to safety away from campus as they continue tackling this issue. Law enforcement, of course, things keep circulating on social media, videos nonstop. People just telling me that they're just worried about their friends and family who are here. People calling from out of state, calling their children, hey, are you okay? Are you safe? Are you on campus? That's what the students are telling me, that they're getting calls from their family members and such. So again, students kind of have backed off from the area that we're on, so clearly they're heeding those precautions, but for the most part, when they come here, they're coming to check up on their friends, get in a ride to get away, or as you can see, these students that are lining up to get inside these buses. So that's what we're seeing right now, Jade. Yeah, he was just really concerned about his friends. He had his own car, and he wanted to come drive and make sure that if any of them needed a ride, he was here to give them a ride, a way to get out. He was concerned because he had seen all those videos on social media circulating. He specifically said X is filled with videos, but like we've said before, it's important to stay up to date with your officials, with your media here, your local media, so you can know what to do and how to stay safe. For the most part, he says most of everybody has gotten out and is hunkering down. Other groups that I've spoken with, they say they're okay, they're trying to get to safety, but they just came to check up on their friends as much as they could. Like I said, a lot of the students, a lot of the population here are getting moved out, put onto these buses, or diverted across the street away from campus. So that's the current situation that we're looking at here. First thing I ask people as soon as I see them is, are you okay? Are you okay? How are you feeling? Are you going to safety? And they say, yes, we're okay. We came to check up on our friends. That's the thing I'm constantly hearing with people around here. Like you said, it was just a normal day at school. We spoke with a second-year student. His name was Peter. He was from Chicago. I said, is this something that you would ever have expected to happen to you? And he says, no. You come to school, you think you're going to study, and then situations happen like this, and it's like it's surreal, really, is what people are telling him. He said that it's so shocking that it's kind of like you're not feeling it at the moment. You're still reeling in. It hasn't hit you yet that you're in a situation where tragedy can strike you and your friends, and so it's a hide-in situation here, Jade. tell me that it's happened so quickly, and it's so shocking that they're still bringing it in and it hasn't hit them yet. We'll continue to monitor the conditions here in our restaurant to see if we have great confidence in people and building here and folks in the place.
do it, and something goes wrong, and it's like law enforcement. Sir, you stop with me? Oh, okay. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, Farnell.
Oh, yes, sir, that's fine. I understand y'all. I can call back tomorrow or some other time. I apologize.
Boss man, you alright? I know he is. Yeah, that's it. So we need about 2 more to war. Yeah.
I can't hear you.
You need another battery.
Okay. There, but stand by. Hey there. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm just trying to leave campus.
Of course. No, I imagine. I'm glad to see that you're okay.
They won't let our cars leave. Yeah, so having it's
Okay, that's good. Quick question. I know you're about to head out. We're about to go live. Would you mind giving us your input on TV?
Sure.
Okay, that'd be great. Do you mind just holding here for a minute? They're about to toss to me.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you so much. And what's your name?
I'm Zoe.
Zoe. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. What are you guys?
Terrible.
ABC?
Yes, ABC 27. Terrible circumstances to meet you, but
Terrible.
I can't imagine.
I'm a senior.
Senior. Are you from Tallahassee?
No, I'm from Orlando originally.
Oh,
That's where my
gotcha.
family is.
Okay, stand by. Thank you so much, Zoe. Appreciate it. It was Zoe, correct? I'm sorry.
Zoe, yes.
Okay, I'm a little bit off. I can't imagine what you're feeling, but I'm also scared.
Yeah.
Can you hit record, Lenthius? Okay, 1 minute. Okay. Stand by. Absolutely, Jade. This is a heightened scene here, a lot of law enforcement. Before I go ahead and give you the look, I want to introduce you to Zoe. She's a senior here at FSU. We just ran into her. Zoe, off the bat, how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling very confused. Nobody's really confirming anything. Nobody's really updating us on any of the situation. It's very crazy that this is even happening.
Of course. And where were you on campus?
I was heading to Landis. I was just coming from a teacher meeting at the sweet shop, and I was literally heading to Landis to go study before my next meeting. And I heard the sirens. I saw the police going. I saw people running like crazy, and somebody yelled, "Get back in here!" And that's where I've been for the last 2 hours.
My goodness. And so you've been hunkered down. You just kind of stepped out, and you're waiting to get picked up by somebody?
Yes, the police came in and they told us we had to leave. They didn't tell us where to go, how to leave, what to do. They didn't tell us any of the situation. They just said, you guys have to leave.
And so I know not a lot of information as they continue to tackle this, but I know a lot is circulating on social media. How are you kind of dealing with that?
It's insane the amount of false information out there. I've seen so many different news places giving such different information. It's hard to tell who can trust. Some people are saying there's 4 shooters. Some people are saying there's 2. Some people are saying there's 1. Somebody said there was a shooter hiding in a suitcase, and I don't know. And now they're saying that we have to leave campus, but a lot of us don't have anywhere to go. A lot of us have our cars parked on campus, and it's very confusing.
Yeah, and so a lot of us can't get in, of course, as they're making people leave. What does it look like deeper in campus right now?
There's like so many people that are just walking and they don't know where they're going. They're just following the people in front of them, and it's crazy. But there's so many cops, and there's so many people who are just walking. Yeah.
And are all of your friends okay? How's the situation with you?
All of my friends are fine. My one friend who I could not get in touch with, she ended up hunkering down in the bank underneath Woodward Garage, and they're still not letting her go. They're waiting for the police to come and clear it out, but she's still stuck in there. And I was coming to go get her, and hopefully we could just wait in my car for a little bit, but they won't let her leave.
Yeah, and just one more question. Normal day at school kind of turned into something else.
It's crazy. You don't expect your day to go anywhere near this direction. You wake up and you're like, oh, I don't want to go to class today. I'm tired. And then something like this happens. And it's it's mind-blowing. You just get shooken out of your bubble.
Awesome. And just last question for you, as you're heading out to campus, where is your head? Kind of what's next for you?
I'm gonna go home and kiss my cat and call my parents and call everybody who has been texting me nonstop and let them know that I'm okay and that I'm safe. I don't know what else to do, so.
That's the most important part. We're glad to see that you're safe. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're going to keep monitoring conditions here. Zoe here telling us her own account of what it was like to be on campus on a day of a shooting. Like I said, we'll keep looking at things here. Law enforcement still on the scene. Students still being evacuated across the bridge. Back to you, Jade. So they're asking, your car's on campus. I think you told me your car's on campus, but you're not able to get to it. Is that correct?
Yes, they have all the roads blocked off with police tape and a bunch of different squad cars. They won't let us leave. So
you're having a friend.
We can walk off, but we can't drive off right now. So I'm having a friend pick me up.
Yeah, and that's the situation that a lot of people are kind of going through. I've seen people that they're either having an Uber or they're saying that they can't get to their car because of the situation. So she's having a friend pick her up, Jade. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Zoe. I don't want to hold you up here. So yeah, there's a lot of law enforcement here. I see that students are still kind of crossing the bridge here, trying to get to public transportation buses. There have been numerous kind of pulling in FSU and public transportation. There, law enforcement is either walking them across the street or they're getting put into those buses. I actually, just a few moments ago, maybe 10 minutes ago, I saw 2 different law enforcement. They had really big guns, and they were putting them back into their cars. To me, I would hope that that's a good sign that they're putting the big gun. I mean, it was massive. It was like this big. They were putting it back into their car, walking back out into campus, but without that big gun. Not sure what that means. So they're still walking students across the street, getting them onto those buses, getting them to safety. People are trying to just find a way out. They're not able to get further into campus, get to their cars. If it's further into campus, they're having to either walk out or get picked up by a friend who is not on campus, just like Zoe said just a few moments ago, Jade. We're clear. I'm so sorry. I didn't know how to tell you that you were free to go along air, but thank you so much. I'm honestly just so glad. The more people I see coming out, I'm just like,
I know there's so many people in like the inside of campus that are just walking out.
Yeah. And I mean, you're from Orlando. Like, we all have our own. I'm from Miami. We all have our own set of like.
My roommate's from Miami. Yeah.
Exactly, like the shootings that we remember in the past, and to think that it happens here with you.
Yeah. I mean, I've been at FSU for 4 years, and I mean, there was one shooting at the Graph like 2 years ago, but that was just like 2 guys were fighting. I've never seen anything like this.
Right. I can't even imagine what it looks like in there, but when I saw like those 2 officers with the big guns, I was like, oh my God.
No, and I read somewhere that somebody was sitting in some building, and somebody who had been like was a survivor of the Parkland shooting was also involved in this one. So it's just crazy. I don't know how true that one is.
Right. And you know what? And I appreciate you saying that there's a lot of misinformation on there, because that's what I've been trying to say, but I haven't been able to say it. So coming from you is that there's so much on social media. Somebody who I interviewed before, you said the same thing. He's like, I'm seeing different things. So thank you for speaking on that, and just, my goodness, please stay safe. Are you going to wait for her here, or is she coming up across the street?
I'm going to wait for her in the corner right there.
Okay, got you. Well, I got the last person I interviewed, I got his number. Would you like to share your number with me? Stay in contact, that'd be great.
Yeah.
And whatever you need, or if you learn anything else, or if you need any sort of help, you can reach out to us. I saw, I'm not sure if you're religious. There's a flyer going around about like a prayer session happening for FSU students. I'm not sure if you'd like to, I don't know if you want that. I can send that to you if you'd like. Here you go. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Okay? Yeah, you too. Thank you. Bye. Okay, we're gonna have to put yours in. Are you okay? Yeah, that's okay. guys, are you okay? Yeah. All right, ladies? Okay, good to hear it. Stay safe. Are you okay, man? Sorry, Hey there, you okay? Yeah, are you okay? You good? Are you all right?
Yeah, I've been helping the officers. They said I'm free to go.
Okay, good to hear. Do you have access to your car? I know it's a problem for
I
you.
do, yeah. Do you know if I can get out this way?
I've seen people walking down this sidewalk, so I think you're okay as long as
Can I
you're
drive down there, you know?
I've seen people cross over and drive into this road. Now, how far they got after that, I have no idea. I'm so sorry.
All right.
I imagine it might be tough, but I think they might just direct you outside. Stay safe. Thank you.
patience as you wait for that news conference to start. Thank you so much. All right, yeah, it is certainly a heavy, heavy situation out there. You can just feel what Lamia is describing with the students calling their family, telling them they're okay. It is certainly a situation that we did not FAMU sent an alert saying they are canceling classes and there is an option to work remotely. This is all in response to the shooting at Florida State University. So make sure that if you're an employee at FAMU that you take note of that. So be sure to stay up to date on this shooting situation by going to our website, WTXL.tv. We're showing you video now of a scene from earlier. Patients being loaded onto an ambulance there with law enforcement all around the area. FSU has not been given the all clear yet. We are working to get more details on this situation. We're taking a live look now. You can see members of law enforcement out there with lots of water, because you can imagine that it is a warm day in the spring in Tallahassee, Florida. Law enforcement there looks like they're leaving some of the red-filled area, leaving the scene there.
Somebody has a shot where it's like the gunners are burning. Hey, are you guys alright?
Yes.
You safe? All good? Okay, awesome.
all right?
I'm alright.
Okay, good to hear. Okay. Are you okay, sir? Okay. Hey there, are you all right? You doing okay? Do you need anything? I got you. Stay safe. Hey ladies, you guys doing okay? You guys feel safe? We're okay. So I can imagine the frazzles. Yeah, we're okay. We've had to stay out here, thankfully, but you guys are sorry, just the fire coming in. You guys were near it when it happened or no? We were right in front of the building. Yeah, we were. We could hear it. We heard it. We saw the students running outside of our office. We saw that. Can I have to Sure, absolutely. Go for it. I'm at 6. No, go for it. Absolutely. Yeah. What did you do? So as soon as I saw students like run up, I came up on my feet and I pulled everything out and we made it. I was comfy in my house. My heater is still running too. It was around 11:40. Your lunchtime. Mine around 11:40. Specifically, we drove to the yeah. So we were right next door to where they did. I can't even imagine. So we could hear it, and we could see students running, screaming, and people screaming like students. I think the most likely people knew it. We did not know who the person was, and then walking in the office together. I saw two officers so there was a big noise. Yeah. They were putting it away so that I hope that this house that they don't need it. I don't know. But that's what they're pointing at us. Yeah, they're pointing in. I'm sorry, that was just a frightening situation. We live continuously.
I can't get my car because it's an active car scheme. What my car is, my person is something.
Here to show live and somehow. So hot, my phone is like overheating. I don't know what to do. So I'm just glad we walked up on you because I was at super still. That you what? Sorry? Oh, because you needed a charge. Yeah, I know my phone is out for so long. You guys, I imagine you thought was put not out. Yeah. Wasn't working. Yeah, I've been at the university 17 years. So this is 17 years. And I'm leading to academic revivals. So like I said, this is a wrapping up the academic year. Students getting ready for graduation. Everybody gonna pass, of course. Everybody gonna pass. Nobody failing classes this semester.
I was just trying to like.
What are your names? Sorry.
I'm Raina. I'm an academic advisor.
I'm Tony Pierce. I am an assistant dean in the College of Social Sciences, which is right at the Bellevue building, right outside.
Let's actually hang on.
Olympia, I'm so sorry. Can you come here? Can you get your charger, your battery? Can I charge my phone too? Yeah, that's not. And tomorrow, well, this weekend is my daughter's birthday, so we can't get back in the building. Our cars are part of the crime scene. We don't know when. I was supposed to be driving to Atlanta tomorrow. In Tallahassee, right? Not expecting.
Turn this off?
No, just Charlie. Okay, no, you're good.
What kind of questions?
Oh, sorry. So we're trying to figure out. Yeah, just take out the battery and
You
plug it
gonna
in.
turn it off?
I don't know. I don't know. You can if you want. Yeah, it's up to you. Change this out and then they'll be with us shortly. If you guys aren't in a rush, I understand. It'll just take them another 10 minutes if you guys have it.
You want to sit with Michelle?
Yeah.
Because thank you so much.
So basically, I'll be asking you, what were you doing when it happened?
Actually,
you can
on the phone
describe
with the student talking
you can
about.
describe. You were talking about the celebratory thing. It happened. You could say the building. It was right in front of the union, or however she
So
described
the
it.
building that I work in is located beside student union.
Yes. And so you heard it. You said you heard it. I'll ask you what that sounded like, what you felt in the moment.
Well, what happened? My office has floor to ceiling windows, and one of the people who work in the building, who I know, who works in the building, I could see outside of my window as I'm talking on the phone with someone, and he's running up the stairs saying, "They're shooting, they're shooting, they're shooting." This is
I'm sorry, give me 1 second. Let me just make sure that this is still going on. I'm so sorry, ma'am. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Sorry, just had to make sure it was still streaming out there. My goodness. So yeah, it'll be that question, and you can explain that. And then I'll just ask you.
Yeah, we didn't see anything.
Right.
We just
heard it. My goodness.
I think the thing for me is that it's just a really, it was a I guess, a happy time, an exciting time, at least from my perspective. Because again, it's culminating the school year.
Yeah.
It's celebration, it's graduation season, award seasons for students who've done really well. So,
What do you do here at the school?
I'm an academic dean.
Academic team. How long have you been there?
17 years.
Wow. You haven't seen anything like this before. No, there was something in 2014 that happened.
Yep.
You were really into it.
Yeah, just say fine. And I can just say I'm an academic dean rather than identify who I am.
No, that's fine.
Okay, you guys doing all right?
Yeah, a little hot.
I imagine.
I was
no.
pretty close to that too.
It's hot.
So you know.
It was close when it happened in 2014.
And you know what? Let's
Well, I mean, I guess the calm that I had about it was the calm. We were there. Feeling something weird. I've seen a lot of people. And I think that helped me to be able to keep my staff calm. Although not very calm, but
I'm so sorry.
yeah, when that happened in 2014, I was really how even how I was personally protected. That I learned from.
I'm sorry, remind me of your name. Tanya? I'm not good with names right now. I'm Tanya, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
Lempius.
I've never seen a person have lived it. It's been my lived experience. I guess. When did y'all get the news? Get the word? Sorry, give me 1 second.
Let's stand in the shade so I don't overheat you. I don't want
Your phone, it should be, that should be enough. I was at 60.
I was gonna say we can put it here so the sun doesn't fade with it being 13 so far. Are you sure? You can maybe give a little bit of energy. I'll comment on it.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Tanya. Okay, you can stand off there. I'm going to introduce and then I'll bring you in. Hey everybody, yes, we're live from campus, same place we've been for quite some time now. Law enforcement still on the scene. Every now and then, students walking over that bridge, getting directed into public transportation. Still, law enforcement still continuing those efforts to get people to safety away from campus. And just a few moments ago, we bumped into Tanya here. Tanya, come on and step over here. We spoke with her. She says that she was very close to where it happened. Tanya, what were you doing when it happened?
So at the time that it was brought to my attention that something was happening, I was in my office speaking with a student about graduation. Actually, I work on campus as an academic dean in one of the colleges. And as I was ending the call with the student, I heard and could see out of my window, because I have an office with a window, someone running, shouting, "They're shooting, they're shooting, they're shooting." And in that moment, I, of course, gathered myself and then alerted all of my staff, got them to a place where they were safe, and ensured that I let my supervisors know that something was happening in the building. And so, you don't expect these types of things. Certainly, it was pretty close to lunchtime, so typically a lot of my staff would have already left for lunch, maybe even been out walking. So we're thankful that everyone is safe. We got out of the building safe. The law enforcement officials took great care to make sure the building was safe and secure, and we all got out safe and secure.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the things that she was telling me was that she couldn't exactly see what was going on, but she could hear it. Can you describe what that sounded like?
It just sounded like really loud bangs. When we were alerted that it sounded like there could have been an active shooter on campus, and so we could just hear the banging noise, loud bangs from where we were. Like I said, this is a time of the year where it's a really celebratory time. Students are looking forward to ending the school year, academic year rather. They're looking forward to graduation. And so not expecting this type of interruption in a day was somewhat shocking. It really was.
Absolutely. Something that's going to leave a mark on the community for quite some time. I know that you said that, I want to divert into what you were saying. What were you feeling when you heard that sound? What was the first thought?
Well, I guess because I'm in a position where I oversee a group of people. My first thought was my staff. Where's my staff? How's everyone doing? And getting them to a place of safety. That was my thought in that moment. As soon as I became aware that yes, this is something serious. This isn't someone just playing around. I took that what I heard to be shots as something serious. And my first thought was to alert everyone around me to get to a place of safety. And so that's what we did, make sure all of our staff around us was safe.
And one of the things we're talking about is that, you come to work. Did you expect anything like this could ever happen?
Absolutely not. Of course, you hear about these things in the news, in the media, but never expect it to happen so close to you. And so, having this happen today, it certainly helps put in perspective how precious life is and how we don't take things for granted. So I'm really grateful to how everyone responded today, how the law enforcement officials, a quick response, because as soon as we heard shooting, there were law enforcement all around us. And so just seeing FSU rise to the occasion in the way that we know FSU can do. Everyone was strong. I saw resilience. I saw calm in that time of what could be chaos, but everything seemed to be organized in the way that it was handled as best as it could be in this a really active moment. So
yeah. And another thing, you told me that you're not able to get to your car. So what's kind of next for you?
Well, my daughter's birthday is this weekend, and I was planning on traveling to where she is out of town to help celebrate her birthday, which it still will happen. That's just we are certainly thoughtful in our prayers of anyone and everyone who's been affected by this, but just really truly grateful for those that I have around me, my family, my friends. I'm all safe, just to be able to give hugs and just show how much I love them. Same to my staff, just so much love, and the FSU community and everyone around in Tallahassee, everyone that's affected. I thought my sincere thoughts are with everyone on campus today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Tanya, for giving that experience. I know that was tough, but we appreciate your insight from the incident. This is what it's looking like here. A lot of people telling me that they're just thankful that, you know, their loved ones are safe. They are keeping those who were hurt in mind. They're worried about, you know, just trying to get away from the situation, trying to find safety, making sure their loved ones have a way to get out as well. That's the current situation. We'll keep looking at things here, but Jade, you just heard it yourself there, just kind of reeling in from what is such a shocking incident.